The Kraken Trainer is vastly overhated. What up, everyone? Welcome back to Blade Bias. Today, we're going to talk about the strange community sentiment against the Kraken Trainer, what I consider to be possibly one of the best trainers at its price point. Now, that is a bold claim to make, but I think I can back it up. Now, the Kraken Trainer, in case you didn't know, is the trainer version of a live blade called the Kraken. And the Kraken is one of the most universally accepted amazing ballad songs. You would really struggle to find someone who genuinely doesn't like the Kraken, or at least can't respect that it's a pretty good performance for what it is. Myself included, I think the Kraken is the best live blade for the price, hands down. It's a quality experience that's made super, super well. But the community also hates the Kraken Trainer, and that has always confused me, because everyone makes it seem like it's so much worse. And I even fell into this pool because so many people had said it, I started to believe it myself. Oh, the balance is so much worse, it's not as quality, it doesn't feel as good, etc. Until I tried it at Blade Show and I realized, wait, this isn't that much different. If the difference between the Tonto and the Bowie Kraken, which I do detect a slight difference, the Tonto Kraken feels a bit more neutral, the Bowie Kraken feels a bit more handle bias. If the difference between those two is, let's just put an arbitrary number to it, 2 points. If there's 2 points of difference between those two, then there's maybe 3 or 4 points of difference between this and the Kraken Trainer, which is still a very low number. I know it sounds like a lot. Oh, it's almost double. The 2 points, the difference between the Tonto and the Bowie Kraken Trainer, or the Live Blade Kraken, is not a lot. There's not a huge difference there. And there's not a huge difference in between the Kraken Trainer and the Live Blade. Yes, there is a difference there, but it's not a huge one. My main problem with the Kraken Trainer is that it's not the best at fanning. It kind of shakes all around when you fan it. But it's nothing bad. And everything else feels pretty amazing. It's pretty it's not pretty. It's handle biased. I do admit that it's handle biased. But to say that it's absolute trash and it's not worth getting at all is a gross overstatement. Because this thing legitimately feels super premium, and it just has that squid quality to it that a lot of people wish that other squid products had, most notably the Nautilus. Because it legitimately just feels premium. It not only, I just can't explain it. Most ballad songs that I try, and I realized this at Blade Show, most ballad songs that I tried at Blade Show were very, very good. But most of them had this feel in the hand that was like, okay, there's just something about it that doesn't feel amazing. It still feels awesome. We're talking about the difference between amazing and awesome, which is small. There's a difference there, but it's small. Kind of like the Kraken Trainer and the Bowie Kraken. Anyway, but squid ballad songs just have this feel in the hand that say, this is premium. This was made really well, and this was a good investment of your money. Something that I think the Nautilus lacks, and that's why the Nautilus gets hated so much, because it just doesn't feel that premium compared to the rest of their products. But the Kraken Trainer has that premium feel. And for the price that they listed at, $220, I don't think it's that bad. It's fairly considerably lower price than Kraken, which I think runs $250 base. And it's, I would say, 90% of the flipping experience, because it is genuinely amazing. It feels good in the hand, it's balanced well, and it's just overall a really good trainer. But I think the hate, sorry, I'm a bit mentally fried right now. I've been trying to figure out why people have hated it so much. Because, like I said, it's a bit different, I admit that, but it's not bad by any means. And everyone makes it seem like it's just the worst thing ever. other than fanning, I don't detect why it's the worst thing ever. So I was trying to figure out why people said that. And I think it just comes down to the fact that the Kraken is such a good experience that so many people love, that any change up to that format, no matter how small, is going to make people mad. And I don't think it's because the community hates the Kraken Trainer. I think it's because the community doesn't like that they changed the Kraken. I think what people really want is a Kraken Trainer that feels almost exactly like the Kraken does. Kind of like the Tsunami. The Tsunami Trainer feels very, very close to the Tsunami. Whereas the Kraken Trainer, there is a detectable difference. And I think that's the problem. When you have something go up against something that's so universally loved like the Kraken, any little difference is going to make people upset. And I think the Koenig actually suffered from this as well. The Koenig got a lot of comparisons to the Kraken, with people even like Ty making direct comparison videos between the two, when you almost kind of can't. The Koenig is much slipperier. It's a different build. It's got a weight system in it. It seems like it's a very different class than the Kraken, and yet it still got compared to it. And because it got compared to it, it got this reputation that it wasn't as good as the Kraken, which is true. Granted, I've never tried a Koenig, but just from everything I've heard about it, it definitely seems like it's not as good as the Kraken. But that's not a bad thing. Just because you're not as good as the Kraken doesn't mean you're not good. And that's the difference that I think the community needs to really really wrap their heads around, is that just because something is different or slightly worse doesn't mean that it's objectively bad. Like I said earlier, it's the difference between awesome and amazing. Both of those are good words. You can't deny that if something is awesome, it's really good. But awesome is still worse than amazing. You kind of get what I'm saying there? So I think what happens with the Kraken Trainer is it becomes people say it's worse, and then other people extrapolate that to mean that it's bad, when it doesn't. It's just making a comparison to say, this is better than this, but this is still really good. Anyway, that's my whole rant. I don't know. I really like the Kraken Trainer. I think it's great. It's my second favorite trainer, third favorite ballast song, right behind the Nemesis. And it feels quality. It's fun to flip. It's got a good amount of grip. And the teal, oh my gosh, the teal on this thing's amazing. The only complaints that I have are the fanning doesn't feel amazing, and the ring in the blade, which you can easily fix like I did. And yeah, I know you can just tape this little line. I'm just leaving it how it is. It's all right. I'll fix it when the tape falls off. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, I have always been confused why people hate the Kraken Trainer so much. And I may be wrong, but I think that's my explanation as to what's going on there. I think people just need to realize that different does not equal bad, and worse does not equal awful. It's just a comparative term that's saying, hey, this is good, but this is slightly better. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling about the Kraken Trainer. I'll be posting a review about these hopefully sometime in September. And yeah, that's about it for now. See you guys later. Peace.